Good evening, everybody. Welcome. Just a second. Here we go. One more time. Let's do that again. Good evening, everybody. This is Shock. Welcome to the Farmers League North America Week 4. We're going to have GAB versus SOLx tonight. We actually have two guests casting with me this evening. I'm sorry, I'm a little bit tipsy. I was out at the bar just a little bit earlier, so I may be a little slower to the upkeep. we have Chip Jiggins tonight. What's up, Chip?
Hey, what's going on, folks?
And of course, we have Stook tonight as well, who played last night for Future Crew. What's up, Stook?
Not a lot, bro. I've been at the bar myself, so I'll be slow to the upkeep as well.
All right,
Nice.
I'm extremely happy, excited about it. Listen to me right now. I'm just bumbling on like a little schoolgirl at the moment. So, I'm actually really excited about this match tonight. We have GAB versus SOLx. GAB, of course, the team from Australia, the VS group, and then SOLx is the team from Connery. They are going to be playing NC tonight, that is actually the faction that they chose for Farmers due to the competitive nature of the NC. So getting into the map, we actually were able to see the map last night. It was, of course, Kessel's Crossing, which was a crazy, crazy map, in my opinion. I mean, we saw some. I mean, Chip, you were there last night. We saw some blowouts last night on this
Yeah,
map.
it was a bloody Thursday night. This map is so difficult. When you fall behind on this map, it is very difficult to come back. There's
Yes,
just way too much going on this map.
it absolutely is, and yeah, we saw two games that basically were won by over 200 points. And Stook, you played on this map last night. I think was this your first time playing competitively on Kessel's Crossing?
Yes, it was. I was not familiar with this map pretty much at
Wow.
all, and it's kind of in the corner on live too, so it's not
Yeah,
really a base that you run into just playing.
yeah, you don't
That's
see it often on live. You're absolutely right about that.
that's some impressive play out of you, Stuke, from last night for never having scrimmed on this map before.
Well, we definitely we did one scrim before that, but we went on the base once. We checked it out. Kind of got our naming schemes down. Called out what buildings were going to be what and how we wanted to refer to things, but we didn't really fight anybody. Then the next night we had one scrim, and that was just to kind of feel out where people would settle, what they were going to do. And so, yeah, I really only did that once, and you just got to adapt quickly in this competitive setting.
Yeah, I mean, absolutely, especially in a map like this. And one of the big things last night that we saw was there was a lot of play, and I'm going to kind of go there right now, was around this little bunker, um, sort of on the, looks like it was on the west side of the map. So where the Western Sunday starts, they're able to kind of get this bunker in the lower area. But we saw a lot of back and forth with the shotgun in this area, or just like a really close quarters weapon. There were some actually really good sniper shots by 404 through this window, and just some cool action that just happened around this building. And Stuke, I don't know if you were around this bunker area. I'm sure you know what I'm talking about at this point. Um, I mean, was this a huge point of concentration for both sides when you were playing last night?
You definitely notice that the West Sunday, whoever's spawning there, they will try to set up in or around this bunker to just try and get a few picks on people on the point if they have to make their way back in. And so it's definitely an area of a lot of intense action. I mean, we definitely saw that it's something you want to protect, but it's something also that, a sniper might have a little bit of power in that building, although the line of sight is pretty difficult
Yeah.
to do.
Yeah,
But
you
yeah,
almost have to have the head poking through that little window right there. But then the sniper, if they see it one time, it's all over. It's lights out with that headshot.
yeah, and I think 404 was doing a really good job at
Yeah,
actually keeping up with that.
yeah, he absolutely was. And then conversely, kind of on the other side, on the eastern side, there's that little room that has those stairs. I saw like last night, especially Chip. I saw Lexington Steele sitting in here with his beautiful cheese machine, the
Yeah,
his
it's a
shotgun.
nasty place to be in to go against somebody with a shotgun right in there. It's a real easy place to get picks.
Yeah, the room I'm looking at right now on the stream, this is kind of what we just call like Eastern Room. We call it Western Room. There's a lot of names that I know the competitive players here in Farmers League call these rooms because they have to kind of have that name for everything. So this is going to be a big focal point as well in this map. It's a big place where you can kind of get your team set up and push the point from. Both rooms are equally so. So anyway, that's the 5-minute mark. So we're going to go into the rosters for tonight. And looking at both rosters, I know GAB didn't make too many changes at the roster change time, but I know SOLx did. So we're going to go into both of those just a little bit. As far as GAB roster go, we're looking at a very similar roster for them from what they've had all season. We have, of course, Exocet, who, in my opinion, is probably one of the best 3 players in Farmers League right now. I don't know if you guys would agree with that or not.
My top 3 would probably be a bunch of guys from AC, but yeah, we've seen some incredible play out of Exocet so far this season.
Right, you like AC, and then there's like McCawk61 somehow dug in there. He's obviously very, very talented, but I think Exocet is a monstrous player. This guy is one of those guys that he will get you from so many different angles. And Stuke, he actually reminds me a little bit of the way that you play in terms of just being a little bit more innovative than everybody else. Coming around from like different angles, just like sabotaging people in the back, like coming from a place that you don't expect. I think that's a lot of the way that you play, Stuke, and I think that's a lot of the way that Exocet plays as well. And Exocet always a very high performer for GAB, so I'm gonna be really, really excited to see what he can do tonight against SOLx. Always excited to see Exocet play. Kilos, another high performer for GAB as well. And then, of course, my favorite player who I overhyped the last time, Gabba, is back once again. Hashtag Gabba Life, right? I absolutely love Gabba. This guy is awesome. I have to overhype him every single game. It's like a thing him and I have going back and forth right now. I know he was hyping me up last time and I did terribly, and I hyped him up last time and he did terribly. So I feel it's just like it just goes around right now at this point. So Gabba, I hope you do well tonight, buddy. Moving forward, best assassin. This guy is another great performer for GAB. We have Solus, who's their sniper, and Callow, who is typically their light assault, but Stuke, you were kind of in the little light assault role last night. Tell me how that went for you on this map.
It's really hard to play light assault on this map because there isn't much vertical play outside of being on top of the bridge that the light assault gives you a benefit for over being a heavy assault. There's lots of stairs. You're able to do things as a heavy assault pretty easily. You can jump up on places, you can get in those rooms, and so playing a light assault, you have to funnel yourself into these little entrances of the building, and the trade-off for being a light assault over a heavy just didn't seem really worth it to me for the entire match. But towards the end, they were playing on top of the bridge, so I wanted to, check it out, and, I just fell in front of a shotgun multiple times is what ended up happening.
Right. I saw you switch back to heavy pretty quickly after being a light assault for just a little bit, but I remember seeing that a little, for like maybe 2 or 3 minutes at a time, so I was interested to see how that works. I just don't think on this map, and maybe Chip, you can have a differing opinion, but I don't think a light assault really has much of a benefit to this map. I mean, the thing is, like, you're underneath a bridge. There's not too many places where you can kind of come down and as a light assault, there's not too many vantage points. Like, if you have to come down as light assault, you have to get down on the heavy assault's level, and right there, you're in a one-on-one with a heavy assault. You're going to lose that like 90% of the time.
And I'm going to have to agree with you. I mean, there's really no argument against it. A light assault just really doesn't work out on this map. The only single time that I've ever seen any sort of trouble with a light assault on this map is during one scrim with Vonik, with him going hyper aggressive. But even then, it's just, well, he's going to be up on the bridge. Just ignore him.
Yeah. And I want to get into the SOLx roster. We've been talking about that light assault role for a little bit here. We have Rainfear coming back, and of course, maybe he might play the light assault as well for them. We have Cammy, who's an interesting addition. Cammy is a very, he's an interesting player. He's got some talent. I've played against him before. I'm really interested to see how he does. They have Identity. That's another new player. He also has some solid talent, especially on the live server. I've played against him a few times as well. You have Elmeta, you have Blues, you have 40. So, a general roster that's pretty solid. Remember, Blues last week was like the hero against AC, especially in a couple of those point capture scenarios. That was awesome to watch.
Yep, absolutely.
So So here we go. Timer started. We're at 14:58, and I'm gonna actually on the side of SOLx right now. They're throwing a couple rocket launchers down right now. And one of the things, Chip, about SOLx, remember how prepared they were for the last match? I cannot wait to see how prepared they are for this.
Yeah, they really went all out practicing for World Cup Eco. I hope they did the same for this.
Absolutely. So I cannot wait. Rainfear playing heavy right now. I'm actually following right behind him at the moment. Almeda gets the first kill. Actually, he gets the second kill. Exocet got the first kill on Identity. Almeda gets a kill on SOLx, and then GABA kills 40. So we're having a little bit of a back and forth. Cami on Exocet, and it's 6-4 right now. Gab. Kilos gets a kill on Blues, and it's sort of just an exchange at the start. Not really too much going in either team's favor right now. GABA coming around the side to the tree area in that pretty white armor that he's in. He always has some flair for his camo.
Yeah, it's a pretty nice opening by SOLx right there. I mean, they're going against a very good team in GAB, and they definitely held their own there.
Yeah, they certainly are. GABA almost goes down, but he stays alive. Rainfear is able to kill Exocet. SOLx kills Cammy with the Ghost. Nice job there from SOLx. It's 8-6. It's very, very close. Very tense early on between both these teams. That point has barely seen any time in either team's favor at the moment. 10-10 right now, with Blues and Identity getting 2 kills back-to-back, and then GABA finishing somebody up with an Orion.
You don't really care about flipping the point really early on. You just want to get it neutralized, and it's not moving in your favor until that TR bar goes all the way away. So, there shouldn't be a crazy presence on the point. If you can flip it in your favor, sure, why not? Let's get the match going. Let's try and get a point capped in our favor. But outside of that, you shouldn't be sacrificing a lot of people to get on the point.
No, absolutely. And you're seeing the point right now. It's in Via's control, but I don't think SOLx is too concerned about it. It's 18-16 right now. Nice back and forth from both teams at the moment. Blues and Kilos getting a couple kills there from SOLx and GAB. It's like 1-1 right now. One kill goes one way, another kill goes the other way. It's like they're just exchanging kills perfectly at the moment. Nice job.
Yeah, these SOLx guys are good shooters.
They are.
We scrimmed them the other day, and they're the real deal. These guys can play a really, really good game if they're on top of their
beautiful concussion grenade right there from GABA or Callow, but he actually goes down. He's playing heavy assault as well. So you're seeing the heavy assault play from the typical light assaults. Rainfear and Callow both playing heavy assault at the moment for their respective teams. So I mean, we're both right there, Chip. Light assault just not going to be a thing that's going to happen in this match between these two teams, at least yet.
Yep, that powerhouse of a heavy is just way too important on this map in these close quarters.
It certainly is. And there goes SOLx. They're going to get on that point. 26-22. Score's still staying very close. Nice kill there from Blues on Best Assassin. But I love this. This is so tense right now. These guys are sitting just behind their respective areas where they can just kind of sit, be a little bit defensive, but they also just they're taking their peaks very, very carefully right now.
Well, I haven't seen really any flanking. It just seems to be, hey, we're going to exchange a little bit and hide for a little bit and exchange for a little bit and hide for a little bit. So it's been a real firefight. It's pretty awesome.
30-26 right now. Rainfear with a nice kill on Callow. And this thing is just going back and forth. SOLx playing so brilliantly well right now. Kilos killing Identity, and here we go. We got a little sniper. He's actually coming around. Like, look at this spot from SOLx. He kills Almeda right away.
So you're up now. You want to push in right now.
And there we go. SOLx is actually taken down by 40, and yeah, a lot of points up from there from GAB. That was actually a good run from them, but the point's still in SOLx's favor. They're doing a really good job of flanking. Here's Rainfear flanking from the side on Kilos, and still 38-32. Point in SOLx's favor. I mean, right now, in terms of the point scoring, the point of this base is going to really, really matter. It's going to come down to who's going to be able to make that 25-point flip.
Yep, these guys are looking very, very equal in their gun game right now.
Yes.
Looking at the scores, I mean, it's right down to the wire right now.
SOLx very aggressive right now, but they lose 2 guys. Identity and 40 go down to SOLus and Exocet. Exocet and Kilos already off to the races. The 2 players I was kind of talking about early, they're at 10 points each. Rainfear at 10, Blues at 10. 2 of the players from SOLx, who are also very, very good, that we were talking about earlier, both at 10 points as well. So the players that should be performing are performing from both teams, and that's exactly what you need.
Seeing some great communication from SOLx right now. They are not getting caught out by themselves, other than, right there.
Nice kill from
But
Blues on Kilos. I mean, Kilos came out, killed Rainfear, but that's the thing. That's what SOLx is doing. They're just getting those necessary kills when one of their guys goes down. They say, okay, a guy went down, let's get a kill on GAB. And that's what they're doing. 50 to 38 at the moment, and now Exocet has gone into his wheelhouse, and here he goes. Exocet with a double kill. Hammy taking him out, though, before it gets too out of control.
yeah, it looked like 40 was going for like an amazing bait. He just ran through the middle and ran back to his own team. But unfortunately, when he got back there, he found that Exocet had made a flank and killed all of his teammates.
Yeah, Exocet did a really good job there and made a great push on SOLx. So SOLx, you know, not out of it, of course. They're still coming back hard right now. They're at 56 to 40. There's a 16-point gap now open from GAB, and it's gonna be interesting to see what SOLx can do to kind of come back from that. That was a tough wipe that SOLx just took at the hands of Exocet.
Oh, good flank right now coming from Exocet.
Yeah, Exocet, like I said, he's a very good flanking player. He just comes from any angle that he possibly can. Look at him right now. He's sitting in the room of SOLx. He's sitting in that eastern room, and this is a tough area. This is going to be a tough play for SOLx to try to get Exocet out of there. Because actually, Rainfear is able to trade with him, and that's going to probably be enough to just get Exocet down. That's going to allow SOLx, we can only hope, to maybe get a little bit of a presence in this room here and set up some sort of an attack on this point, which only has 1 minute left.
Yeah, SOLx really needs to try and hop on the point. They just took down Exocet. He was pushed way, way towards their Sunderer, so they should be one up for just a little bit. You might want to do a fast push in right now.
Nice kill there. Double kill from Cammy with the Cyclone. He's going to go for the triple right now. He's just busting himself in. Best Assassin's going to take him down, though. 76 to 52. Now GAB opening up a little bit of a lead with 8 minutes left in this match, with the point control as well. SOLx cannot let this point flip at the moment. Blue's up in his own room at the moment, and I hear a sniper rifle going off. I think this guy might be on the rocks somewhere. This would be Almeda from SOLx doing a couple.
So
of
20 seconds left. SOLx is definitely going to try and jump the point momentarily.
Yep, they got to get a good couple of grenades off. They got to get a good push. Here they go. They're going to attempt for it. Couple kills going off right now. Some shots going back and forth. Kilos is able to get a kill.
Oh,
and
wow.
40's going to come in from behind right now. He gets one kill. He goes down to Kilos, and it looks like the secure of the point is going to go into GAB's favor. Got any competition, GAB.
Yeah, unfortunately for SOLx, they made a very well coordinated push on the point, but GAB was just in all the right spots, all the right places to quickly take down SOLx.
SOLx had to make that push, though. I mean, you look at the position they were in; it was a good attempt, but it just didn't go through the way they wanted it to. Nice job there with a EMP grenade from their sniper. It actually is able to take down 40 very easily from Kalo. And now it's just a slaughter. Exocet sitting on the top of his own room. He's got 26 points right now. Absolutely going to town. We see one player on the catwalk attempting to. Looks like Almeda's attempting to snipe Best Assassin, but Best Assassin does get away. I think he got body shotted. That's why he backed off just a little bit there.
Yeah, unfortunately, things went from being very tight to getting a little bit out of hand for SOLx right there in a hurry. The score looks like it's gone to 50, 60 points, and SOLx definitely was not looking to go into this fight fighting uphill at all. They wanted to keep things tight because obviously GAB's such a good team, such good shooters. They really can't afford to get behind.
No, they absolutely cannot. And GAB, of course, they've done extremely well in Farmers League. They beat Future Crew, which is no easy feat in itself, and now SOLx knows they have the very tough uphill climb to attempt to beat GAB, and right now they're having a little bit of a struggle, especially after that point cap with 5 minutes left in this match.
Yeah, it's interesting how GAB immediately fanned out after they capped the point. We got guys on the bridge. We had guys in the room that's close to the SOLx Sunday. We had guys on the catwalk. I'm wondering why they were, so nestled on the point. You can really, really disrupt them coming in from their Sunder by fanning out and getting in those positions.
Yeah, it looks like Solus, Best Assassin, Exocet getting kills. Exocet's at 32 points right now. He is going to town in this matchup. And actually, fairly high-scoring first half at the moment. I mean, 143-62 is pretty high for both teams to be at, especially compared to yesterday's matches.
Yeah, GAB actually has a light assault now, I believe.
Yeah, I saw light assault rolling around there. That was Callow.
Callow has grabbed light assault.
Yeah, and I figured that would probably happen the more this match, they kind of got into this match. And nice Shrike kill from 40. I was able to watch that from behind against GABA.
Too bad it's worth no points.
Yeah, not worth anything, but it is worth at least you know, an uneven scenario potentially there for SOLx. Now SOLx kind of used the desperation building at the moment. That's what I like to call it. Here we go.
Which building is that?
It's the building nearest to the eastern center.
Okay.
Here we go. Battle between Rainfear and Callow right now. They're both playing light assault. Rainfear has switched to his natural role, and he's attempting to take out Callow, but Callow's not being a very easy target at the moment for Rainfear.
Yeah, with not quite enough time left in the half to get a resecure on the space, it's nice to see SOLx switching into more comfortable play styles, just looking for picks.
Yeah, and Callow is actually able to take out Rainfear. Then that's allowing him also to get at least a help kill on Cammy. And here we go. A lot of players going down from SOLx. It is a slaughter right now. GAB is going to town on them, just being in their, being all up in their grill. I mean, basically being on the side that SOLx is. I mean, just sitting in this room right now is so difficult. They've got 3 heavies. I think another a 4th one's rotating in as well. This is a tough scenario for SOLx to be in.
GAB is doing a really good job staying spread out. You know, SOLx might get one guy, but then Exoset will be around a rock just waiting for them to get settled, and he'll just light up somebody and make it even right when SOLx thinks they're one up.
Yes, he will, and a rare double kill there from SOLx. Almeda and Cammy getting a couple kills. GABA gets 2 kills there with the Orion. Nice job there on Cammy and 40. GABA finally showing us why he is a very, very top-tier player.
For the last few minutes, it looks like anytime SOLx has tried to engage anybody, it's turned into a 3v1 on them, and they are just getting slaughtered,
yes,
unfortunately.
They are. Solus right now sniping from the catwalk, and he's doing an extremely good job from there. He's just shutting down any push that's happening from SOLx. Yeah, SOLx having definitely a very tough time now against GAB. GAB has really opened it up right now.
That angry man syndrome is what we're just seeing from SOLx right now.
Yeah,
they're just coming in one by one. I'm not really seeing much coordination. Somebody's gotta pull the reins, you know, hold them back for a little bit so they can group up and get something coordinated.
They gotta pull the Rainfear, right?
Oh, nice.
No, absolutely. I'm here all day. Actually, just all night. I'm just watching Rainfear right now. He gets another kill. Rainfear actually just got 2 kills on this balcony bridge area. He's switched back to heavy and doing a good job now for SOLx. Just trying to like get a couple kills, get some picks, and keep his team at least semi-close right now. But it's still almost a 100-point gap. Exoset winning his 1v1. Oh, nice shot from Almeda on Exoset. Very, very nice cleanup on, yeah, he needed to kill Exoset, or Exoset was probably going to just go to town on a couple more SOLx guys there. 128 left to go, 181 to 86. SOLx in dire straits right now.
SOLx is definitely playing it right. They know they can't get the cap. They're just trying to hang out on the bridge now. They're trying to get some points just from picks, and, you know, they're not playing the point. They're not falling into that trap under the bridge.
Yeah. Callow gets a nice kill on Rainfear there. Solus and Callow gets a double kill, actually. And it's just like, look at how many GAB players are on the bridge. And look at the rotations they're having right now. I mean, you're seeing like a heavy up here. You're seeing a light assault up here. You're seeing another guy rotate on the bottom floor. You're seeing another guy all the way on the far bottom floor rotating. I mean, this is like, it's almost like it was planned or practiced, guys. I mean, would you think so?
I would believe it. I believe it. I mean, GAB's obviously a very competent team. For them, it's looking too surgical right now for this to just be kind of happening by itself.
No, this is
really interesting. We haven't seen people like purely on the bridge like this.
No,
I think in the last 2 matches at all.
And you know what? After scrimming against GAB a couple times on this map, I know GAB is they love to use those high angles. They love to use the bridge. They love to use those balconies. They like they like the angles where they're shooting down on you. That's kind of their favorite spot. That's almost their wheelhouse, and we're seeing that a lot now on their defense of this point. On Kessel's Crossing, 201 right now to 100, and that's going to be halftime. Big score from GAB. I mean, that's the biggest we've seen so far at a halftime.
Yeah, I believe you're right.
Yeah, so there it is. There's the scoreboard right now. Looking at, of course, once again, left side's got all the net score that's positive, and the right side's got all the net score that's negative. So, SOLx not doing too well. Identity, who's one of the new guys for SOLx, is having a little bit of trouble in his very first Farmers League game. He's 2-16. He's negative 28. I mean, 50% headshot ratio, right? That's kind of holding him up. But at the same time, come on, man, you gotta pull it in there a little bit more.
Gab's just giving him the proper Farmers League welcome. Everybody's got to take their lumps.
Yeah, they really do. And I mean, you look at the other side right now. Exo said actually not a huge net score. He's only 20-15, but he does have 40 points, so he's on track. I mean, what's the points right now is 78 points he's got to beat if he wants to beat either McHawk and Lexington Steel yesterday, tied at that amount of points for the most points scored on Kessel's Crossing thus far. So Exo sets he's definitely in the running for that this matchup for sure. But looking at the rest of GAB, they all have pretty good net scores, 14, 18, 14, 12, and 10 from Kilos, Gaba, Best Assassin, SOLus, and Callow. But yeah, as I said, SOLx, really nobody standing out too much. I mean, you got a couple guys at -8. Blues, 11 and 15. He's not doing too bad. Cammy, 12 and 18. Cammy is a debut as well, and he's doing a lot better than their other debut from Identity. So, solid half, very high scoring. I like to see that for sure.
Yeah, Cammy, high point player. I think we kind of expected him to be there. The dude has ridiculous stats on live.
Mm-hmm.
I'm surprised, that he is playing right where he is at right now. I honestly thought he would stand out a little bit more.
Yeah, I think Cammy's doing well for SOLx. I mean, he's their highest score, or tied for their highest score right now with 40. But yeah, it's tough. I mean, you look at the competition he's playing against right now, and it's GAB, and yeah, I mean, GAB's just they're being great shooters. They're positioned well. They're a great team. And SOLx is, they're kind of paying for it on a map like this. This is a tough map to play, to be perfectly honest, especially if you're not ready for it.
Yeah, you're absolutely right. I'm not sure what else we can say for them.
Yeah, right.
AC did have the opportunity to scrim SOLx earlier this week. Little practice scrim, did a few halves. SOLx, I mean, they held their own. They were looking very good. Something I didn't see out of SOLx this first half that I noticed from the scrim is they made a lot more use of the bridge for getting flanks. And this half, it looked more like they were sticking to the normal strat of getting into their side of the bridge's little hut room. Maybe they should go back to that strategy of flanking through the bridge from up top.
Yeah, I agree with you there. I think the bridge flank is a very good opportunity. And Stuke, I know you're about to say something there.
Yeah, like we talked about it right at the beginning of the match. It was definitely a peak battle. It was a peak war. Hey, I'm gonna peek out and get a few shots on you, and yeah, you're gonna take it, but you're not gonna die. But we need a
Right.
flanker, right? We need somebody to flank, whether, like Chip said, whether it's from the bridge, whether it's from one of the sides. I think that's something we were missing out of SOLx. I just didn't see that creative man, that exo set for GAB on SOLx,
Yeah, that one guy that just makes those creative plays, and yeah, I mean I think that's one thing that really every team needs. They need that one guy that's just like the wild card, right? The guy that just comes out of nowhere, and all of a sudden he's like wild card bitches, and just shows up.
Yeah.
And nobody expects him, and he just kills everybody in the back. So I for sure think SOLx is going to need a guy like that, and I feel like that's always normally been Rainfear when he's playing Light Assault, but as we said before, Light Assault's just not very viable on this map.
Yeah, maybe he's just out of his element, you know? He's
Yeah.
playing a heavy. We don't see him do that, and you were right. You're absolutely right. He is that guy for them. So they might be lacking a little bit, and that's why I was talking about Cammy, because I thought he was going to be that guy, but we'll see this round.
A little bit of a false start there from Best Assassin, but he sticks next to his Sunder in order to not get any sort of points knocked away. Here comes Gab in. They've got the normal heavy composition right now, throwing those rocket launchers over near SOLx, but not hitting anybody. And we're going to see the initial push on the point. A couple of conch grenades going off, and here goes the point. It is flipping. Let's see who gets the first blood. It's going to be Exocet against Identity with his Orion. Cammy, nice kill on Kilos, and then back and forth once again. Kalo, Blues, Cammy, Best Assassin, Gabba. I mean, it's just non-stop right now. This is going so back and forth in the beginning, and I feel like SOLx is and Gab are just both solid teams at the start of this match because they just went so bad. I think there's only 1 or 2 players left on each side right now.
It's definitely a good exchange, and right again, we're back at it. SOLx and Gab were just trading hand in hand, so we'll see how long SOLx can hang in there. Can they hang in there long enough to get a cap?
Yeah, I mean that's going to be really what we're going to see. This is I think both sides are actually fairly strong in this map. There's no like glaringly weak or strong side, in my opinion, at least on this map. I think there's a side that might be like just a touch leaned to the better side, but at the same time, I think it's pretty nice. Ranger, Cammy, and Identity, nice triple kill there. SOLx is able to wipe Gab and get the point control, so nice job there from them. 215 to 116, they're 99 points down now, and it is going to be a long hill to climb, but let's see if SOLx can do it.
Yeah, very nice point resecure by SOLx, and it looks like they've got a nice solid control of this point right now. Gab in a very unfamiliar position right now, being on the defensive, need to go on offensive.
Yeah, so let's see what Gab can do as far as the push goes. They got a couple guys getting down onto this log. Exocet gets a pick on 40 with the Orion, and actually Identity's going to be able to pick Kalo, but Kilos gets another pick on Identity, and it's going back and forth. Rainfear gets a pick on Exocet, so both teams have 2 players each down, so it's a 4v4 right now going on to this point. No team is up very, very significantly at the moment. Gabba actually gets a kill on Blue, so that might be it. Here they go. They're going to go in with the push. A EMP grenade actually goes down brilliantly. Best Assassin has to wait because his shield is completely gone at the moment.
Yeah, SOLx seems really, really, really comfortable right around the point.
Yes, they
but
do.
It's hard to just hold right around the point. Somebody's got to get out there. Somebody's got to get on a rock.
SOLx is going to come from behind, but he's going to get picked up real fast by Blues and Rainfear. And Blues gets a double kill there. Nice shot from him. Kilo's getting a kill as well, but Identity taking down Best Assassin. The point is going to stay in SOLx control. Nice job there from SOLx. Gab is the one last guy left on this point. He's going to see if he can get a kill. He is not able to, but Exocet picks up Cammy. Again, Exocet again picks up Blues, so a double kill there from Exocet, and that might just be enough for Gab to get a point flip on this. I think Exocet's just like in some weird position, playing the wild card.
He's definitely hiding.
Yeah, wild card, bitches.
He's Anne Franking it.
Oh, absolutely. I love the way that Exocet plays. He plays exactly the way he needs to really be that X factor for Gab. Blues, nice kill there against Exocet. He's able to kill him from behind that log in that little hole there. I've actually killed a few players there myself when I scrim on this map. It's a fun spot to shoot from. 239 to 132 right now. Gab up. It's 133 left on that point flip for them to see if they can get another 25 points over SOLx, who's not looking too good right now.
So Almeta's in that bunker. He's looking to get that pick to get SOLx one up.
Yeah, watching that right now. I'm just going to see if Albeta can do anything from here, but he gets sniped from Solus right with a ghost in the face. I mean, that's a tough spot for a sniper because the other sniper is going to be looking at like one of 2 places, and one of those 2 places is going to be that window right there.
Yeah, that dome shot.
A little bit of trouble. Identity is able to take him out, and here we go. SOLx on the point once again. They're going to try to go for a couple picks, but they're not able to get it. That was Kilos and Gabba sitting on the point there. They're able to totally secure that and defend it. Nice job there from those two players. Rainfear gets a kill on Best Assassin. It's just back and forth right now. There's a lot of point exchange at the moment.
40 got a nice commissioner kill on GABA right there. That was pretty awesome. You know, you might want to SOLx. While rockets are worth no points, I'm happy to see that they're actually using them.
Yeah.
You know, position right now counts a lot more than the points do, because they don't want to let this cap happen in GAB's favor. That is just going to put them out of grasp with this match.
Yes, it is. Cammy and 40 with a couple kills there, and suddenly SOLx just surrounding the point. They get a nice little resecure with only about 30 seconds left on the cap for GAB. So SOLx is going to start getting set up right now inside the point. That's exactly what they need to do if they want to do anything at all. Identity's able to take on Solus, but Kilos here, he's all alone. Identity, I'm sorry, not Deathhound, that's who Identity's playing account of. Gets a nice kill there. GABA gets a kill. Exoset goes down, and just still exchanging. But I think SOLx has actually been doing a decent job of just chipping away at GAB. But still, that point lead remains at about 100.
Yeah, shockingly, SOLx got this point back, fended off one wave from GABA, and managed to get their heavies back from the Sunday, and they've got a nice defense set up again.
Yeah, they do. So 8:48 left in this. There's about 2:49 left in the point flip. SOLx definitely has a long road if they want to make a comeback here, but a point flip can definitely boost their confidence. I mean, you look at who SOLx is playing next week. They're playing against Ban. That's a very winnable matchup for a team like SOLx, who I think has been performing extremely well this season, despite their record.
Yeah, SOLx is hanging in there way longer than they were in the first round. You know, we did not see that cap back from SOLx, so they're definitely doing a way better job this round. They've settled. They're understanding their enemy, and they're adjusting to the best. It just might be a little bit too late.
Yeah, you're absolutely right. It's a little, too late is what I always like to say about these kind of matches. But I still admire what SOLx is able to do right now against GAB. I mean, they're hanging in there. The point spread has not increased or decreased by really any amount. These two teams are even within this first about 7 minutes of this second half. So well done there from but 3 kills going down there as I'm talking by GAB. So SOLx is going to have to repush that point, which has 155 left on it from GAB here from the BS team. I'm kind of looking. Yeah, here we go. Actually, wow. Cammy's on the roof right now as a heavy with a Cyclone. Kind of watching that play out a little bit.
I'm surprised only Deathhound has been using a Cyclone for SOLx.
Yeah, that would actually be Identity, not Deathhound. He's playing he's playing under that account, but easy mistake to make.
Yeah, I'm surprised they're really not using more of them. This map is freaking awesome for Cyclone play. There is so much up close battling. You need that .75 ADS speed.
I feel like both the Orion and the Cyclone are they're almost evenly matched in this setting because of the range that you're able to shoot people from with both weapons and the ADS speed of both weapons as well. So it's almost like it's semi-even between the Orion and the Cyclone in a match like this. That's why I really like seeing the VS versus NC matchup, especially on this base.
You know what I'm really surprised we haven't seen yet?
What was that?
The Jackhammer.
Jackhammer!
Shit! My man, yes.
I'm honestly astounded that SOLx hasn't pulled a Jackhammer yet. I mean, this map is just, for as good as the Cyclone is on this map, the Jackhammer is the all-star on this map.
Yes, it
and
is.
To be down 100 points in the first half, I can't believe we didn't see 5 heavies open up with a Jackhammer.
Absolutely. Actually, SOLx able to actually get a flip on the point there again with about 30 seconds remaining on it. Cammy nice 1v1 kill against GAB, and it's still the point lead is not going up by as much as we'd expect by GAB at the moment. So 293 by 184, about what we were at halftime. There's a double kill from Identity.
Flank.
What a flank. And finally, I think Stuke, instead of being tuned into Chip Jiggins like teams were last time, I think they're tuned in directly to Stuke right now.
I'm channeling my flanking powers to meta right now.
You're like, SOLx, hey, you need to flank. Like, all right, Duke.
I just wanted someone on a rock, damn it.
Yeah.
Not under the bridge hiding.
I mean, right now, look at SOLx. They are in a aggressive and posturing position. Look at 40 kills, and then Cammy gets a kill. I mean, this is a nice play from SOLx, staying within range of GAB. I mean, yeah, 99 points down, but still, like, nothing much has changed since halftime. I mean, really, it was like the halftime score, and then now it's just been SOLx hanging in there. I would love to see an even score from the start of the second half and see exactly how well SOLx has done against GAB in this half.
SOLx is playing aggressive now. They're pushing up. They're in GAB's territory right now, so it's interesting to see a little different play.
I like that a lot. Like, and as I said, like, I like to use the word posturing, but they are just aggressively postured right now. That's how SOLx is playing, and I love to see that out of a team like SOLx. But as I'm talking right now, it looks like SOLx has actually been backed off of their bunker building. They have one guy up front. That's going to be Identity. They're throwing a couple rocket launchers out. Blues gets a nice kill on Best Assassin. Blues another kill on Kalo. Nice double kill there from Blues, who's actually got a decent amount of points. But look at Cammy. He's at 52 points for SOLx. That was a great pickup for that team for sure. Very, very good team SOLx has right now.
Cammy has hit the roids button and officially kicked it in, and is actually he's standing out now.
Popping
so
them
this
pills
is great.
right now.
This is what SOLx needed. They needed somebody to stand out and get above the depreciation that their score was seeing.
Yeah, Cammy with a brilliant double kill there. Nice job on Gaba and Kilos. And the point, I mean, man, this might not be a point flip all second half, and that's going to be a huge confidence booster for SOLx, in my opinion, for sure. Even if they can get the point, I don't really know, but a couple of nice kills going out there from Exocet and Kalo. One more player, I think one or two more players right now left on the point from SOLx. And, God, this is just going back and forth like crazy. A lot better match than we've seen on Thursday, for sure, Chip.
Oh, yeah. Yep, absolutely. This, I mean, the score is a 100-point gap, but SOLx is definitely making a match out of this. There's no blowout here. At least it doesn't feel like a blowout here.
Not at all. I think SOLx has kept this tight. You know, I think they had a couple of just blunders in that first half within the last, like, 7 minutes. And that's what really ran the score up, because in a map like this, you have to keep it tight all the time. If you don't, if you even let, like, one or two wipes happen, it's a tough hole to dig yourself out of, because the other team can really get a lot of momentum after that. So now look at GAB after they just got a wipe on SOLx, and now they have aggressively come up into the bunker area, and they are all over SOLx right now.
And this is a very tough position to get a team out of.
Yes.
Yeah, we just saw 40 go down to Exocet. Personally, if SOLx paying attention, if their coach is watching and can get a message to them, they need to just avoid that death trap of a hut.
Yeah.
And walk down the bridge, jump off down by their side of the their little area, and attack them from the other side.
Yeah, now they're going in one at a time right now, and that is what was the syndrome you called that? Was that you, Stuke?
Angry Man. I believe Vizzy originated it, though.
Vizzy's original thing, Angry Man Syndrome. They are going in one at a time. It's 101 left on this cap, and I think one of the things that SOLx really needs to focus on right now, let's get it so GAB does not cap in this second half, because it's very, very close right now. There's 49 seconds left on the cap point. There's 1:14 left in the second half in this entire match. If GAB can even, if SOLx can even just get on the point, get a, even 20 seconds of flip time, it's not going to happen for GAB. So 33 seconds left on the
SOLx
point
just
right
going
now.
down right there. So that's going to be really difficult. They didn't group up. They needed to group up at least once within these last minutes.
They've got maybe one more
happen.
opportunity right now for a push. There's 20 seconds left on the point, and I'm going to go onto the point area and see what can go down. But again, SOLx just coming in one at a time. Commissioner kill there from on Kilos. Ameta gets a Cyclone kill, so here we go. A couple of picks, couple of grenades going off from SOLx. Here they go. They get a couple more picks. 3 seconds left on the point. Are they going to be able to do it?
Oh, they were late by just a second. They needed one more second on that clock.
Identity was right there, but he misses it. giving Gab the point cap, the second one of the match, and 14 seconds left in the second half. SOLx almost saves it. I can't believe how fast this went by. Holy cow! It's almost already done with the second half of this match.
Wow, I can't believe tonight's match is already done. That was
378
incredibly fast.
Well done from both teams. I gotta say, good game. That was an amazing thing to watch. I mean, that was so close right there at the end. SOLx was probably a half second away from resecuring that point. Man, oh man, that was awesome. That was awesome to watch. I gotta say, well done from SOLx. Look at Cammy ending up with that 2-point net score amongst his team, who is all negative right now. Kudos to him. 60 points from Cammy. That's a humongous score for a player that's playing against a team that is extremely tough to play against, playing against a team that is absolutely overwhelming you, and still getting the 60 points with the 2-point net score. Nice job there from Cammy. Exoset breaking all records. I didn't even notice this right now. 82 points. He eclipses
we have a new week leader.
Yeah, he eclipses Mick Hawk and Lexington Steel by 4 points as the weekly leader. 41 to 28 KD ratio, 31% headshot ratio. Kilos does well as well. I mean, GABA finally performs the way I expect him to perform. 26 and 14, 26 net score. Well done from GABA. The rest of the team from GAB, excellent scores. And then SOLx, I have to absolutely commend them for how well they did tonight. And this team just keeps improving, and they keep being more impressive in my eyes every single week. I cannot say enough good things about SOLx.
Absolutely. I mean, that was an outstanding performance out of SOLx. Despite with the final score, they definitely kept it tight, and they definitely kept GAB having to play the whole entire match.
Yes, yeah, they really did. So, I mean, as we kind of said at the end, that match went by so quickly because there was never really a moment that was like boring or down. It was just always action. I like that, especially in a farmers match where you get these, especially in Kelso's Crossing, where there's never going to be a downtime. One of the things I want to get into now is now the standings. Now that GAB has won, and Chip, these standings, there's a lot to them, a lot more than meets this eye right now because
Yep.
AC is 4, number 1. Future Crew and GAB are both 3-1. Blop's 2-2. Blop's got the playoff spot secured, right? They're basically pretty much Blop has secured a 4th place. I mean, unless they can take out GAB next week, which, very real possibility. Blop is a very good team. So, possibility for Blop for sure to get into that 3rd spot, but I think they're too many points behind GAB to really do that. So, yep. One of the things I'm looking at right now is, you look at AC, you look at Future Crew, and right now we've calculated the points. Future Crew they are 51 points behind AC at the moment. In the standings. So if Future Crew has to beat AC by over 50 points, 51 points next week if they want to get 1st place, and they also have to beat GAB's total score if GAB is able to beat Blop. So even if Future Crew beats AC, GAB could still be the number 1 seed going into the playoffs just from that victory from Future Crew. So if Future Crew beats AC, GAB may actually be number 1.
That would be an absolutely incredible turn of events. Like yes. I can't even imagine that actually happening. But the fact that it can happen is awesome. I love it. I can't wait for next week.
It's just like there's so many opportunities, and one of the things I want to look at too. Like I'm gonna dive into this after this match, and I'm just gonna see like what the points are at, everything else, like what Future Crew needs if they are to beat AC, what they need in order to even eclipse GAB's points. So like so many opportunities right now for GAB to actually become the 1st seed after the league goes through. And I will tell you this much, I know the Future Crew AC match next week is going to be absolutely insane.
Off the chain.
It's going to be a goddamn bloodbath.
Yes, it really will be.
Shotgun mayhem.
It's going to be on GAD and Southern Crossing, a map that both teams are very, very good at, have played a ton with. And both teams, I guarantee, will be bringing their absolute A teams to. Um, yeah, it's going to be nuts. No team is going to be, trying to do whatever with their points or wins or losses. I mean, these guys are going for the win. It's a big, big match. They have to win against each other. I mean, you know that, Chip. It's like you don't want to lose to Future Crew. You don't, and Future Crew doesn't want to lose to AC ever. Like that's kind of the thing. We just don't want to lose to each other.
Yep,
So
that's very right.
so, of course, Future Crew has never lost. This is one of the things, the history of this matchup. Future Crew has never lost to AC in competition. So, um, I'm just going to put that out there right now. They've never lost to AC in competition. So, this could be the time for AC next Friday or next Thursday to actually come out and do it. But I'll tell you, Future Crew is going to bring it for sure against AC, and this is the closing for us here. Next week, join us, please. We have SOLx versus Band, which alone is going to be an amazing matchup because we've all been waiting for this one all season. These are the 0-4 teams. This is for one win on the season, and I think, honestly, I'm going to give my favoritism a little bit to SOLx, but I think Band's going to show them a hard time too. This is going to be a really close match. So
Yeah, I agree with your prediction there, but I don't know, man. Band's got tranny poo. I think
yeah,
I think they may be able to surprise everybody.
yeah, I agree there too. So now AC versus
Tranny
Future
Poo
Crew.
versus Cammy.
Yeah, Tranny Poo versus Cammy. It's going to be a great matchup.
We'll see how Cammy handles the poo.
So now we have AC versus Future Crew, of course, the match we've all been talking about, match 2. That's going to be the second match on next Thursday. I'll be here casting. Actually, everybody's calling for like a non-biased caster. Like I have to stay out of it. Like all the AC guys. So we're just going to have 2 random people from like the internet just cast this one because they have to be completely unbiased. We'll just pick people at random. Like we'll go on Reddit and just like close our eyes and figure out somebody
Nice.
to cast that match, right? So AC versus Future Crew. I can't wait for it. And then, of course, the Friday night's going to be Blop versus Gab. Another amazing matchup. It's like the final week is going to just be filled with incredible games. I really hope you guys are going to be there. This is going to be great. I can't wait. I'm like super hyped about it already. We have to get the hype threads and the Twitters and everything else started on the social media. But until then, we got to sign off, man. It's on behalf of farmers. I mean, I'm Shock. I'm glad you guys were here tonight and this week with me. Chip, thank you again for both nights. You were here. I'm sure you're going to be back next week, I assume.
Oh, I cannot miss next week. Next week is just going to be incredible.
Yeah, absolutely. And then Stuke, I assume you're not going to be there next week, but thank you for coming here tonight and casting with me.
Oh, that's all right,
Absolutely.
Stuke. If you want to come join us on the casting couch, I'm sure people wouldn't mind.
Oh yeah,
Oh
right.
yeah,
AC
Shock,
wouldn't
Shock
mind,
will
right?
play again.
Oh God, no, never, never, not against AC. That's too important. I'm too terrible to play against them. So Stuke, probably, I'm sure Future Crew is probably going to need you against AC. So thank you again, Stuke. I always like casting with you as well. But we
Sure,
will,
babe.
yeah, absolutely. So we will follow us here. Follow us on Twitter. We're at PS2 Farmers. We're at ps2farmers.com. That's our website. You'll see our YouTubes, our VODs, everything else. Guys, next week, I cannot wait. Let's get the hype train started early. I'm going to leave you guys, of course, with 10 minutes to be toxic and chat with music. And I'm out of here. See y'all later.
Goodbye, folks.